Thank you, everyone. So yeah, production testing from a contract manufacturing perspective. So yeah, I'm Jason from NTEC. So we've been around contract manufacturing now for over 37 years, predominantly in the Australian and New Zealand marketplace. So, and in that time, obviously we've seen a lot of changes in the way things have been done and a lot of changes in the broader manufacturing base in general. So, contract manufacturing and testing. As you can imagine, a contract manufacturer is manufacturing many different products for many different customers. In fact, our Adelaide factory makes more than 100 different products every month. So you can imagine how many test fixtures we store just in Adelaide. We're always keen to perform as much testing as possible and, well, as much testing as purposeful, I should say, provided it ensures the quality and the correct manufacture of the product. Testing, as you know, takes many forms, and the one most appropriate to your product may vary based on complexity, volumes, and time constraints. Our customers often say that the time constraint is the biggest antagonist preventing them from implementing a robust production tester. In reality, very few of our customers actually budget the time required to bring a test system online, meaning we often encounter testing-derived delays toward the end of the first manufacturing run. So I imagine a lot of you guys can relate to this, because getting a customer to budget not only time, but budget finances to develop an appropriate test fixture. So normally when the test fixture does arrive, the actual testing outcome may look like a room full of instruments, a printed test procedure, and a trained technician manually interacting with a product and recording outcomes. So rest assured, if that's you, you're definitely not alone. At the other end of the spectrum, it'll look like a highly automated bed of nails, digital and analog measurement, maybe even motion control, with results automatically recorded at an individual product level in a test database that's connected to a cloud platform. So as it turns out, in most cases, the outcome is going to be somewhere in between these two extremes. More often than not, we encounter customer test specifications and testing equipment that are best suited to a development laboratory and not an actual production environment. I'm so glad to be in amongst a lot of professional test developers in this room, believe me. A well-developed production testing solution requires almost as much thought and design as the product they are testing. Anyone disagree? In particular, they require a clear and concise definition of what is to be tested and logical analysis of the best way to ascertain a particular value. Production testing is separate from and should not be confused with design validation testing, limit testing, destructive testing, although sometimes that can happen in production testing, type testing or certification compliance, thermal integrity testing, and product or function testing. Implementing the best production testing practices means the product must be designed for testability. I know I'm preaching to the converted here. And of course, a production test fixture must be electrically safe and must be able to pass an electrical safety audit. To do all of this, the designer must be informed about the physical, electrical, and software requirements for the chosen test bed. NTEC recommends the following as very broad stroke to a fundamentally robust test solution. A quality clamshell vertical lift test fixture, high quality Pogo or similar branded spring-loaded test pins, mains pluggable with external earth connection, commercial off-the-shelf data acquisition hardware, low voltage power supplies internal to the fixture, minimising ground loops, LabVIEW, of course, or scripting in C++, and for printing and marking, a commercial grade Brady thermal printer or an interface to a laser marking device. This, of course, is only the base recommendation, and there'll be valid reasons for choosing various other solutions on a case-by-case basis. The main thought process behind any of these decisions must be based around the following desired outcomes. The physical tester must be robust enough to endure the lifetime of testing volume. The electrical solution must be robust enough to not be affected by a faulty device under test. It should produce reliable and repeatable results. It should eliminate the need for an engineer or technician to operate it. In a production environment, we have production testers. They're not necessarily engineers or technicians. The tester should operate to a defined and desired predetermined production takt time. It's no good if you have to make 20,000 a month or something and you can only test 1,000 a month. It should log its own results. It should produce the tested OK or serial label if that's one of the desired outcomes. And it should definitely be serviceable and maintainable by your CM. For anyone that hasn't been exposed to a production test environment before, this may sound, or to production testing, this may sound like a substantial and onerous task. In reality, the hardest part is having the right mindset towards the importance of testing as a key link in the quality chain. That ensures your product is built and designed and your company's reputation is protected. The best news is that NTech can help in all of these aspects, and we can align your best needs with the best testing solution providers in Australia and New Zealand, many of whom are here today, while simultaneously ensuring the outcome is ready to survive the rigours of the production environment. We understand the capabilities of, or I'd say mostly understand the capabilities of most of the testing companies in Australia and New Zealand. And we would certainly have no problem at all in connecting you to a suitable service provider. I think most of you guys have probably met each other today, right? For those of you who develop your own test solutions, NTech can engage directly with you and your team to ensure the seamless introduction to the manufacturing environment. Whatever path you choose to creating a solid and verified test solution, it will no doubt be an expensive and valuable asset that demands care and respect. So make sure wherever it lives, it's insured and the contract manufacturer is going to care for it. So thanks for listening. That's it.